My family's originally from El Salvador, both my parents, mom and dad, and my older sister was born over there as well. And then me and my brother were born in Dallas, Texas, and we were like born and raised there. And then I came to school here at Simpson, and now I'm here in Iowa. My childhood was the best childhood ever, in my opinion. I'm very fortunate enough to say that my mom and dad were there for us throughout everything. You know, whether it was like from academics, extracurricular activities, and just to simply like going out, you know, things like that. So I had a really great childhood. I was born in Dallas and kind of like where I was kind of being raised, it was kind of a bad area. Now it's a great area, but it was rough at first. Like I did see a lot of like, you know, like gangs, not so much, but the drugs was a big thing that I noticed a lot. And a lot of my friends that I did grow up with, like a lot of them I don't talk to them now. Either they're just not there, or they're, you know, in jail or dead, things like that. College went good, went great, but it was good. I liked it a lot. There was it was a big experience, like a different experience for me. Obviously, it was a small school, which is what I really liked about it. I was born and raised in a big city, which is nice and all, but it was nice being able to experience something different. And I got to learn a lot about people that I wouldn't have really like met back home, just because, not that I wasn't open-minded, I just didn't see much, you know, of that in my neighborhood. So it was pretty nice, but I liked it. I had fun. I learned quite a bit, and I had a good experience. I do it for my family, but at the same time, I do it mainly for me, because that's, you know, who I want to like strive to. I want to strive to be the best that I can be. So it was pretty nice, and I was really happy. I was excited to be able to say, you know, I actually graduated college, but it was pretty nice. All right, so all of my second year at Simpson, so I had pain in my leg the whole year, but I really didn't think it was like a big problem. It would like come and go, so I would just kind of ignore it. And then after Easter is when I felt like pain bad, and I wasn't able to walk anymore when I woke up. So I kind of just went back to sleep, and I was like, I'll be all right. And then when I woke up again, I realized I really couldn't walk. So I was kind of worried. And then I went to the hospital, and they really didn't help out much. They were just kind of like, oh, here's a prescription for pain, and that was it. So they didn't even bother to do an exam or anything. And they gave me crutches just so I wouldn't step on my leg, or like, you know, because I couldn't support it. And then I finally just went to DMOS here in Des Moines orthopedic surgeons. And I kind of explained to them, like, I've been having pain for this long, but, you know, I've visited doctors back home and even here, but they haven't said much. So then they kind of just determined that I needed to see a specialist. They knew that there was something there, but they weren't exactly sure. So his best, you know, recommendation was to go back home to be with my family, because he said it seemed pretty bad. And it was in my femur mainly, like that's what hurt, so like your thigh bone. And then I went back home, and I had so much pain, so I flew back home. I literally dropped out of Simpson. I guess we'll take a hiatus or whatever, and it was like 3 weeks left. And then I was in a study abroad at the Dominican Republic, and it was tough. But you know, obviously that health matters first. So I literally flew into Dallas, and I couldn't stand the pain, so I went just straight to the hospital. And then I was there for like about a month, and then they did like 12 exams for the first 2 weeks, and they finally kind of determined like, okay, you know, you have cancer. Well, they said you have lymphoma, and I really had no clue what that was. So I was just like, so is it a bone infection or is it cancer? And they're like, it's cancer. And I was like, oh, okay. And I wasn't happy, but I was just shocked because I didn't expect it to be that. But they literally told me April 21st, 2016, when I was in the hospital, that I had cancer. And they told me about it, like 30 minutes or 45 minutes after they pronounced Prince, the artist, dead. So I was like, man, Prince died. Oh my gosh, I have cancer, you know? So it was like a lot to take in, but I was really shocked more than anything. Saddest part, I don't know, in my opinion, wasn't it? And they kind of told my parents, like, you know, like, you should honestly just look into, like, you know, like funeral, things like that. And it's like, what the hell, you know, like, why are you saying this? And my mom was like, oh, I don't want to talk about this. She left. But my dad's like, no, he's like, I want to talk about it. So, like, he just kind of asked me, like, oh, what do you want, you know, if you do pass away, like, when all this. So it's kind of tough because you're, like, planning your own funeral, but you don't want to. But it was sad, but then again, it was like, I would rather have, like, my family be prepared than suddenly it happens and they're like, no, you know, what happens now, and things like that. But that I don't talk about much because then people feel really bad. And I don't like that, because when people get sad, I'm like, I'm not sad. If you're sad, you're not helping me out, you know, things like that. So I would just joke around a lot. And I know there was a friend that was like, you need to take it serious. And I was like, I am. I was like, you know, I'm doing treatment, everything. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm just not going to be sad about it, you know. So that's why when I would like go through chemo and have the side effects, I would rather just like stay at home, like by myself, and just watch Netflix. Because I didn't want like people to see me feeling bad and then feel bad. because I was like, you know, that's not really who I am. I'm not being me right now. I'm being like this because of the chemo, you know. Now I'm a lot fearless, you know. It's like, yes, let's do this, let's do that. Like I always said, once I was done with all this, that I want to go skydiving. I still haven't done it, but I do plan on doing it. It's just quite expensive, so I do want to do that eventually. But I don't know. I try to look at things more kind of like, you know, live in the moment. And it sounds cliche, but it's, you know, you just gotta like, you just kind of gotta take it day by day. That's how I was able to do it. You know, day by day. It was like, I'm gonna feel bad tomorrow. I was like, but this is how I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna find something to distract me. So, like a lot of the things that I found to distract me were like listening to music, coloring books. I kid you not. A lot of people gave me that, and I was like, okay, before I started treatment, and it actually does help. Like I would get distracted just coloring like a kid, you know, and it was fun doing that. And just since I like to laugh a lot, I would watch a lot of stand-ups, comedies, and things like that. And like now it just kind of gets me like, you know, I like to laugh. Like the thing I like to live by is it's a quote by Charlie Chaplin. It's a day without laughter is a day wasted. So like every day from now on, like no matter how bad I feel, I'm like I want to get at least one laugh in, you know, by the end of the day. And that's how it is every day, you know, like I like to just laugh and smile because that's just who I like to be. And then, you know, it influences other people to, you know, be happy, and that's what it's all about. So that's how much it's influenced me. It's kind of just like, you know, taking things day by day. You know, if you don't get something done one day, don't worry about it. Don't let it, you know, like get you down. You know, you got the next day, you know, to be able to do things. And that's how it is. Let's live every day happy and just laugh because it's funny.